this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Niners first down. And that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and 1 to give him a new set of downs. Here's Fields. Flush to his right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out. Second and 10. Now Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Got his feet complete over the middle. It's Brown. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Well, here we go on 4th down. Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
He finds his man complete. That's Munoz. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. Manning to throw. That'll be caught by Hester. But he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Manning. Got to have this one. Open man complete downfield to Davis. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. But now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
second down and a few inches. And Madden keeps it himself. And he's taken down, and that'll get him a little bit closer. Every yard at this point will help your field goal kicker out. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. It's a sneak, Madden. And he's taken down. And now they can milk this, take it all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here now, 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. So all this now on the long-time kicker, Jason Elam. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends. And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me. This is 1st and 10. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Here's 1st down. And 1 last throw here for Fields. Steps away to his left. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now Manning. And it's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. To the line now is Eli, as his guys will go for two. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And it's very quickly 8-0. They wasted no time showing how aggressive they're going to be in this game. They get the quick score, and then they go for two, CD.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great about that quick drive. Put it in the end zone. Why not go for two? They felt comfortable with the play call that they had.
And the home crowd loves it. Here come the Bengals now to take over. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He's an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
It's the former Hurricane great, Frank Gore. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Bobby Brown in there again for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, Hester. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now Manning. He's going to take another shot here. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Towards the end zone for Brown. It's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that way.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Eluding the pressure right. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we were sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. A final return touchdown for the Titans. So the Titans bring the offense back out to go for 2. send the tight end in motion. They'll try and throw for it. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Thorough domination right now. The game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, you'll be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 2-point conversions, and now they're up 24-0.
Now a hit and a loose football. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field in front of the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julian Edelman, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have opened the lead up to 30. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And careless with the football now on the kick return.
Is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. George Pickens, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The Titans again will line up here to go for the 2-point conversion. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Allen now looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. To the air, Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Jason Elam on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So not only the cuff, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to go down again. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. We are in for a good one as we're through one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Here's Allen. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Manning. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans continue to pull away here in this first half. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. To throw is Manning. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
Oh, no doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Manning. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys did not play offense.
That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are pouring it on. Now Manning. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start off with Gore. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Allen. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Zach Ball. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Allen. Under pressure, they got him again. Zach Ball able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. On 3rd down, they'll run with Gore. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Hester. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 91 yards. And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And he'll send the tight end in motion left. Working from the gun, Manning. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because
Allen hit, he lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. So, you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And just shutting him off there. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I, have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're still.
This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. George Pickens, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans have got it on cruise control. In motion, the tight end. Manning now to throw. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tackle and 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Allen. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. On play action, Allen under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. Avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because you know the defense is kicking coverages towards it.
Oh, wide open, complete. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Titans. Titans just continue to roll. And that last touchdown pass not only puts 6 points on the board, it also puts his name into the record books for the most touchdown passes in a single game. Shotgun now for Manning. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose. But you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Now Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So the Titans bring the offense back out to go for two. In motion goes the tight end. Manning going to throw. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on two more. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking time.
And they'll accept that penalty. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Allen going to throw. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. In motion right, Debo. Back to throw. Allen. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and this time...
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 75 yards. And the Titans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. To the line now is Eli, as his guys will go for 2.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll drop to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Titans, and they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it. Can extend this lead out even further. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a...
Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. That defense just did not budge, and now you're punter. Well, this is why you pay him.
It is. It's exactly why you pay him. But what he's got to be thinking about are a couple of things. Number 1, don't step back. Could be a safety. Number 2, cut down your time on your mechanics. If you're a 2-step punter, it needs to be 1 step and get rid of the football.
Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping it.
He's got him in, complete. There he goes again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Yet another trip to the end zone, and that last one, a bit of history. He has now broken the NFL record for most receiving touchdowns in a single game.
Here's Manning to throw. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And they are going to have a long field ahead as he is picked up and slammed down on the return. From the gun, it's Allen. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And that flag accepted.
A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw. Allen.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Aiden Hutchinson
Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken on the 25.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they...
And got his man complete. Now he's loose again. And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. a sudden, they've got a first down in the red zone. Manning going to throw here. Finds Pickens out right. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Manning. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really and now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tackle and 2 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Green.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. A.J. Green.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here.
And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So here are the Titans now as they'll again go for 2.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Throwing is Manning. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to hold on here in the 4th.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And that may just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, Fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. And the kickoff sails out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty.
You can see the looks on the faces of the rest of the team. You have one job to do. Just kick the ball and play.
Well, that's exactly right, Charles. The kicker, this is just inexcusable.
Absolutely inexcusable. Everyone out there slugging it out for the entire game. Execute your job.
Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.